Leaves the 32 and no pressure. Just got a bit of breathing space for a second.
Interesting, Wayne. It's early days, but Luke Humphries goes out. Who's the favourite then? Johnny, high seed in, or probably would be, wouldn't he?
Possibly.
It's really open. Good dart from Luke, off and running in this last 16 tie.
In again. And it really is disconcerting when you are playing a player and you know they're first art merchants and they start to hit that 60 with the first dart. That's what happens.
Good visit from Luke. We gave it the big billing, and already both players tonish averages. 6 perfect darts, 4 180s. And these two like to get on with it as well.
Yeah, there's hardly any faffing with Humphries. Sometimes Divenboda can just stand back a bit. That's his 4th.
That first dart from Dirk, that's the one.
Yeah.
When Luke seen that one stick up in the board, he would have feared a 180. This for 4-1.
Bullseye. Don't quite think he gripped that right. There was a bit of hesitation there.
I feel like he was having an hour about teeing that up. It felt like it was a late decision. It's unlucky for Luke. He gets to split the 42 to cap off a fine opening 5 legs with a 4-1 lead here, Dirk on Divenboda.
Well, he's missed more darts at a double. That's 5 now, and he's leading 3-1. Get the feeling this is a big moment, you know. Luke's looking a little lost.
Let him off the hook. Going the wrong way. And 5 missed for a 4-1 lead for Dirk on Divenboda.
Dirk's had multiple darts to win every single leg. He's got away with that, Luke Humphries, and rather than beat himself up and feel a bit down, he has to think, do you know what? This is all right. At the break, Dirk van Divenboda leads the 6th seed, Luke Humphries, 3-2. leading 3-2. There we see Atta through 11-1. Johnny Clayton was sublime in beating Dimitri van den Berg 11-6, and Ryan Searle had to work hard to beat Peter Wright. There will be a new name on the trophy. Who will it be? There's a lot of work to be done here, but it's been a bit messy, Mark, even though it's been very good on occasion.
Yeah, the opening leg was a bit scrappy, and the final leg of the session, the three in the middle, were pretty clinical. And despite being 3-2 down, Luke Humphries will see that as a bit of a result, getting in that break 3-2 down. Dirk will be kicking himself. 5 darts for 4-1. We are back on throw.
Yeah, he had 2 darts to win the opening leg, then he had 5 darts to win that leg. But got to say, Luke is giving off a lot of negative body language, walking back. If you are going to be a bit disappointed, do it behind your player. Don't let him spur you on.
Even there, sort of shrug of the shoulders at a turn. He expected more, but it was he's reined it in a little bit. He was a brilliant shot from Dirk, but Luke used to let it be known all the time, even on floor events when he was disappointed. It'll come with time. Michael Smith used to do it a lot. He's very mature on the board now, and you do learn, and I'm sure Luke will get there.
Yeah, the last 6 times these have met, it's 3-3. It really is very little to choose between them.
Yeah, in terms of big stage meeting, they met in the Grand Prix in 2021. Luke won comfortably 2-0. Eventually lost to Ryan Searle. Otherwise, it's all been Pro Tour, European Tour meetings.
Look at this. Already taken out a 1-3-2. Now 1-4-7, a 1-7-7 in that leg. The levels that Dirk can produce. And there we see what a shot of the agony piled on to Luke Humphries.
96. Just a 1-4-7 finish. It's a 1-4-7 finish coming back from a leg that he sort of gifted to Luke Humphries. He'll feel he's back on track now, Dirk van Dijvenbode.
Just couldn't be just a ton, could it? It's kind of impossible, the way that they group the darts, these two.
Dirk van Dijvenbode provisionally into the World's top 10 in the live order. I mean, that can chop and change throughout. But this is a player who just over 4 years ago lost his tour card, got it back straight away, and we've seen the best version of him. He got to a Grand Prix final that year, and he's just kicked on and on from there.
Yeah, that run to the Grand Prix final, he had a real bad game in the first round, beat Mincio Sulovic, and that just seemed to change his whole career.
Well, he actually said, I'm disappointed winning with that, but he went on then to beat Dimitri van den Berg, Gary Anderson, Simon Whitlock, lost out to get him in prize. It wasn't if the draw had opened up for him, he opened it up himself, and from there, like you said, Wayne, he hasn't looked back.
Good setup after the first dart from Luke, but he may not get a pop. He's already cracked in 2 big finishes.
92. Because Luke brought that 25 into play, it's given him a single to double. Seems to be plenty of space to the left. And that's where he's going, and that's where he's gone, right in the corner. Brilliant from Luke Humphries. Back within 1 again.
That was a good dart. That took composure, because when you're 4-2 down and your opponent is on a finish and you're looking at going 5-2 down and you've got 1 dart a double at tops, so missable. Quality.
60's not a nice finish either, is it? When the darts stick up in the ball.
Yeah, not when your stems are about 1 metre long as well. Look at the length of those, look.
Look at that reaction from Luke. He's firing himself up now. Hasn't offered much in that department.
He's won on tour 8 times, Luke. He wins a lot, especially on the European tour. He likes playing on stage, Mark. He's very good at it. He's reached the quarterfinals of the Worlds 3 times already in a short career, a semi-final of the Grand Slam and the Players' Championships.
Yeah, he does like the big stage. Euro Tours. He played in 5 finals. He won 4 last year. He's played in 5 finals this year. He lost 4 of them, but he won the last one. He's always putting himself in the window to win events. He won one of the last Pro Tours before he came here, so he's coming on the back of a good run. He's in great form, Luke Humphries.
Just clearing up the score there, making sure. Well, he was 4-2 down. He was 3-0 down, Luke. Got it back to 3-2. But if he can get this back to level, he'll feel very good about things.
Opportunity for Dirk. If he's going to miss the treble 19, you feel he's got to miss above it. Bullseye for the 1-2-6. He's pulled that. So chance for Humphries to get level.
Just couldn't come down far enough, could he? Looks dejected at every single dart he misses, Luke. That can be tiring. That's 5-3.
Shaking the head from Humphries. Opportunities to get level. It's just got a bit scrappy. Lots of breaks to throw here. One more leg for Dirk, and the next 2 will guarantee leads at the next break. And we'll cross the halfway mark to a place in the quarterfinals for the 2nd consecutive year.
Yeah, even though he's the 6th seed, so that means that Luke Humphries come into this event ranked 6th in the world. He's now up to number 5 already. And Dirk has moved up from 11 to 10. So even in this event, they're climbing.
If Luke was to go on and win the title, he'd jump into the top 4. Getting ahead of ourselves there. There's a lot of darts between now and Sunday.
You're only stating facts, pal.
I feel like he's going to get there at some point, Luke Humphries, particularly with players above him defending money this year. Peter Wright's spot on the top 4 is seriously under threat. The top 10 for Peter Wright is under threat.
Yeah, and his quality is on show most weeks, and he seldom puts in a horrid performance. And the same can be said for Dirk van Duijvenbode. No one's got God-given right to win big staged events, but you just feel that these 2 will get there eventually. Look at that.
Both players having plenty of setbacks. They're putting it right in the next leg.
But yeah, it's scrappy around the finishing kind of doubling area. Dirk's missed 10 at a double, and Luke has missed 13. But that was clinical. After the 170 setup, that was good.
We haven't had a holder throw since we come back from the... Down slightly now, 93 and a bit Luke, call it 95 Dirk. We expect it to be a bit higher, but intriguing nevertheless.
They're not having good legs at the same time, are they? They're not leaving both 81 after 9 and then one popping and the other one starting off with a max, and they're not doing it together.
Yeah, they're not going with each other's flow at the minute, which is generally what these players do. They feed off each other. It's not happening yet.
We're in the 10th leg. There's been 7 maximums. Luke's hit 12 scores of 140 plus as well.
He's got a chance here, Luke Humphries. A couple of visits to get rid of 179 and get level. He's been chasing throughout. Trailed 3-0, got back to 3-2. Hasn't managed to get level.
I like that as a setup. He's looking for another 57 to go along with the first start, and the 25 as the second to leave tops, but leaves 78 for a level game. Got to move. for a level game.
58.
Well, to continue the runs of breaks a throw. Dirk for 6-4. That's the win here. They've been edgy, these two.
This is the way their games seem to go. The edginess seems to set in really early. The dismal doubling just continues. It's now missed 17 darts at a double. Sheesh.
Wow.
Well, he's been going low on the 20 mark, so it's not surprising he's actually going low on doubles now as well.
Humphries gets there in the end, and he's frustrated, but he'll settle for that. They only hold a throw in that second session, but a game riddled with errors on the doubles is level. 5 legs apiece, a race to 11 for a place in the quarterfinals.
Just turn it on, just turn it on, start out the lights, and watch me set it off. Just turn it on, just turn it on, start out the lights.
No way.
Luke Humphries, that's why he's had more darts at a double, but that's also the reason he's missed more darts at a double. Missed 17, and Dirk van Dijvenbode 13. Mark, we're watching how good they are on the treble 20 bed and on any treble, but when it gets to doubles, there's clearly, I don't know whether to call it nerves, I don't know whether to call it stress or whatever's going through their minds and their bodies, but they seem just so edgy when they get to the outer ring. I'm not quite sure, but this has happened time and time again with these two.
Yeah, maybe just a rivalry building and the desperation to beat one another, but yeah, but cagey on the doubles, and what we expected possibly if it's be 5-all. We maybe didn't expect that averages to be in the low 90s. We thought it'd be explosive, but the finishing stats are poor. 23% Humphries, 28% Dirk. They keep giving each other chances. Dirk's giving Luke plenty of them. And that's why we're at a scoreline of 5 apiece.
43.
Tell you what, averaging 92 when you've missed 17 darts at a double is some going. Could have been 105. But again, Luke showing a bit of disgust.
He won't make a good poker player, Luke, would he?
No, I'd love to play against him. I'll take him for all his prize money. And there's a lot of it.
Going high there, and you can see the sort of sarcastic smile from Luke there. Picked treble 19 with the last dart.
134.
I wonder if he's just starting to slow things down, Dirk. A couple of times now where he's not raced to throw the first dart. This is for the lead, you know. The lead, I tell you.
17.
First chance for Humphries to hit the front in this match. I don't think this is a gimme. Used the guide well, Dirk. No celebration there. It's business-like now. 6-5, Van Dijvenbode.
43.
Luke, with that last dart, he's done that way too often. He's on the walk before he's let go of it, and everything drops, and that was why the dart went low. Got to be careful of that.
It's a tough habit to get out of the game of a player. Stephen Bunting was one of the biggest players for doing it. He's a lot more settled than the last dart now, but it's hard to really rectify it.
So many players do it, like you said. It just becomes a habit.
You'll see the second session averages come up here, and they'll have dropped because of those missed doubles. Around about 95 and 96 in the first, and they both dropped 3-4 points in the second one. We've got to look at Luke walking there on that last dart.
The leg had moved before the dart had left his hand.
86.
So, for how good he is, there can be improvement. Frightening.
140.
Not a great deal in it.
It's another 2 treble visit, though, from Luke. He's manufactured 24 darts at a double in this match, but he finds himself behind. That's what will annoy him.
Both of these players have got serious levels and gears to go through, and if they can just string something together, 2-3 legs, they'll feel they can just take this tie by the scruff of the neck. It's there to be won for both of them here.
Tops. I actually think that might be the problem, Mark. They know that they can just kind of put their foot on the gas and do it. It's just not happening. Tops, big moment,
16.
and he knew it.
This is for breathing space again for Dirk. And he pins a double 10, and he's keeping all his celebrations in check now, Dirk. He just wants to get on with this. Anguish for Luke Humphries. And there Dirk looks on, and he took his chance, 7-5.
He's shown a bit more composure here, Dirk van Dijvenbode. It's tiring when you keep berating yourself.
He actually said, "What's wrong with me?" He's baffled. He obviously feels good up there, doesn't feel edgy, but it's not happening. That's even more frustrating. When you're nervous, you can pinpoint why it's happening. Okay, I was nervous, I never settled, but
44.
they've gone at there feeling good. But the tie's getting away from Luke Humphries.
Yeah, his follow through is becoming shorter and shorter. That can't carry on. When he's in with the first dart, he's $1 million. When he's not,
Shoulder drops on the last one when he walks.
yeah. it's his levels of throwing the dart with the same power. Some are weak, some are stronger, and all it is pace. It's the pace of the arm going through, whereas Dirk seems to have it just under that little bit more control right now, and himself. That's the important thing here.
Dirk's being clever here now. He's not showing any emotion, positive or negative. He's just keeping himself in the zone. He's not largely when he hits a big shot, and he's not showing anguish when he misses.
Another. That was thrown with authority, that last start. Again, it's the grouping. Once he throws one and the other one needs to go in the same spot, it's just automatic.
We saw Dobie do that at a key moment in the match against Michael Smith last night. Good decision making and committed to it as well. And he's 3 legs away, Dirk.
The dart fell out of Dirk's hand, that's why he can go and retrieve it. If it was a throwing motion, he would not have been allowed to throw that again. When do we say that Luke is in trouble here?
He's in trouble now.
Right, okay. Thanks for that confirmation.
Decisive. He goes a double breakdown, especially at this stage in the match. He hasn't even got the time, well, minimal time to turn this around.
1-3 on the bounce, DVD. It's not about averages, we know that. It's about winning, but Luke Humphries will know that this is not great. And Dirk van Dijvenbode also. It's just about remaining in the event. It's about getting through to the quarterfinals and taking on Damon Hatter.
Done well to get back on track in this leg, Luke.
95.
120.
120.
To get back within 2. Tops. Brilliant from Luke Humphries. That's more like a 15-dart leg. Just keeping it at 1 break of throw, the difference.
Yeah, he'd lost the previous 3 legs, and he felt that that leg needed to belong to Luke, and it did.
97.
Oh, look at that.
95.
He'll be bitterly disappointed.
So you'll see that as a bit of a failed visit in the end, because the first dart was perfect. And here goes Dirk. Maximum number 8 of the match, 5 for Dirk van Dijvenbode. He's just got to tell himself now, hold throw when he's home and host. Easier said than done, but he's taking care of the first part here.
He was not ready to throw that last dart at all. I'm actually surprised he let go of it. Again, that's good thinking. I know he actually missed it, but if that 57 goes in, he leaves 170.
What can Dirk set up? Go for another one. Oh, there was some shoulder in that one. He's just trying to hit it against the treble 20 dart he hit, and he's just overpitched.
Yeah. Rather than rhythm, he's just trying to bulldoze it in.
Require 99.
Left 99. Doesn't go in the ledger as a ton-plus finish, but it is a 3-darter. Tops, tops.
Gone for a couple of times and hasn't got the first part of the equation. So Humphries with a chance here. He's not going to go.
56.
Go 2 away.
Require 40.
I like this. I like the fact he's taking his time. Normally, I'm not an advocate, but just feels like it's right for this.
Right in the corner. Edging closer, Dirk van Dijvenbode.
59.
Shaking his head again. He's in trouble, there's no doubt about it. Luke Humphries has underperformed, he's missed too many darts at a double, and it's not been his night. but it's not over. Just got to hang in there. Dirk van Dijvenbode, he has, for me, Mark, just so far looked that tiny bit more composed, and I think that's made a lot of difference, to be fair.
And he's finished well since we've come back from the second break.
Yeah, good shout.
Humphries finds another max. He needs to find a big leg against the darts, and in the meantime, hold on to his throw.
54.
Oh, look at the rhythm here. Imagine being able to throw like that.
Come on, happy though, is he?
No, max, and you're annoyed.
Suppose it's more of where's it been during the match, but this for an 11 dart leg, brilliant from Luke Humphries. Needs to do this against the throw. This is not a lost cause for Luke Humphries. It's a race to 11, but it's got to be by 2 clear. One breaker throw, well and truly back in the match. Big leg incoming.
Yeah. 8 perfect darts, 180, 180, bullseye 32. But Dirk van Dijvenbode knows that this leg, like Mark just said, is a big leg. It feels massive.
99.
Of course, they all are to get to this point. But the importance just seems to grow, doesn't it? 5 60s in 6 darts with the darts mark. That will work.
Humphries finds another 180, but it's just to sort of get him back in striking distance. Dirk, it may go to 25 the second dart. Brilliant from Dirk van Dijvenbode. He'd have expected a challenge against the throw. He knew it was coming, but what a response. Dirk, 9 darts thrown, double 8 left to go 1 away from the quarterfinals. Brilliant from Dirk van Dijvenbode. What a leg and a key part of the match. It's in his hands now, well and truly.
That 10 darter was a response to Humphries' 11. For the first time in this match, Mark, they've both found it at the same time.
But for Humphries, it's the same old story. Dirk stretching his lead.
Only started with a 60, Luke. They've both hit 6 180s.
140.
Can Dirk find another 2 treble visit? Knows he'll get a chance to throw for the match regardless of what happens in this leg.
How good's this, Mark? Back-to-back 140s after that 60 start. Incredible.
Don't write Humphries off yet. But he'll have to get this leg, or hopefully get this leg for him, and then go in big on the next leg. Needs a break.
Well, it's a bit of a save, but this 128. All depends how the 54 lies if he gets it. 60 ball. He'll be disappointed not to get at least 1 dart.
Requires 72.
Might still got to go here though. Oh, good first dart from Luke. Needs this. And gets it. He's just about still in the world match play, Luke Humphries, but he needs to find a breaker throw. Dirk van Dijvenbode is now throwing for a place in the quarterfinals for the 2nd consecutive year.
And like the world-class players that they are, they've upped it towards the end of this game because they've both had to.
That's what Cullen did last night. The back end of the match, found his best darts, his best finishing.
And Chris Dobie. Ridiculous, the pair of them.
Back in action tomorrow. Cullen kicking things off against Daryl Gurney, followed by the Asp versus Hollywood Chris Dobie.
29.
But again, Luke starting off a leg without a treble. And as soon as you do that, you put yourself under the cosh. You then know that you need at least a 2 or 3 treble visit with your second visit.
And Dirk knows there's a flat score and he can get away with it still here.
96.
That's fine. Yeah, he hasn't left a finish. But he'll be coming back hoping for his sake that he hits a 140 and just teed this leg up brilliantly. Left himself too much to do after those first couple of visits, Luke.
Looking for his 10th 140 here. Not going to get that now.
42.
That's sloppy.
2 treble visit you feel needed. Well, got to find one.
91.
Minimum requirement. Still a lot to do for Humphries. We've seen Clayton hit it tonight. He may have to hit it.
54. Okay, gone for the 60.
40.
Well, the last 6 darts.
Wow.
170.
He was on 176. 6 starts late, he's left 94. He's made a real mess of this. Dirk van Dijvenbode. What has he done here?
94.
Well, all the poor darts could mean nothing if he can hit double 19, double 19.
54.
Humphries was on 401 when Dirk was on 176. 14, bullseye to stay in. And he gets it. Luke Humphries has been patient. He's waited for that moment of magic. And he's wobbled a little bit again at the end here, Dirk van Dijvenbode. He said in that European tour, well, his words, that he bottled it. Well, he hasn't bottled it yet, but that was cagey from Dirk.
This is incredible. The last few visits from Luke Humphries were good, but Dirk van Dijvenbode absolutely capitulated at the end of that leg, and now starts with the max. There's no rhyme or reason to how he feels and what he's doing.
9 darts at 176, waiting for the match, and didn't get 1 match dart.
No. Improbable. Considering what's gone the last 10 minutes, it's been great from both. But Luke Humphries,
57.
we're now on throw. Where's the drama?
Both players can play better, but it hasn't taken away from the drama. They always have close matches. We mentioned it. Went to the deciding leg in that European Tour final. Well, Dirk finds 2 maxes in this leg. 9 darts at 176, couldn't get a go at a double. He's had 9 darts in this leg, and he's on 84.
To get to this point, to get within 1, Luke Humphries has won 5 of the last 6, but it may mean nothing. 18, double 16 now. That was for the match.
Humphries is hanging on in there. Tops. And it's 10 apiece. We go on.
How has Luke Humphries got back to parity? With class, with bottle, and with a desire to win, that's how. Yes, he's had a bit of a gift of a leg from Dirk van Dijvenbode, but Mark, just taking out a little pot finish is not that simple when you're under that pressure.
He made it look simple. And the previous leg will hurt Dirk. Obviously, he stuttered towards the end, then Luke goes 114 bull.
Dirk has to be thinking about a few weeks ago when he missed darts at a double to win that game. Now he's missed one here as well. And he did say he felt he choked. His words.
He's wilting again here, isn't he?
Oh my word, you can feel it. If you ask them their names, they wouldn't have a clue.
58.
Wow. 9 darts thrown. 357. Humphries.
59.
Well, you expect players to tighten up.
Tighten up.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
You got a feel for him. This is brutal. All the years, the hours of practice are for moments like this. And some days you handle it and some days you don't.
How many times have we had the conversation, Wayne, when we used to play and we used to say, please, please, please go in a treble?
Yes.
That's what they'll be thinking now, just something happened.
Yes. Every treble will feel like just a big old nugget of gold. And let's get it right. This is a bigger leg for Dirk van Dijvenbode than it is for Luke Humphries because it's his throw.
He's bought himself some time with that visit. No, he's going to tee up. Oh, I can't believe that. I was convinced he'd just set that up. That's amazing from Dirk van Dijvenbode. That's out of sheer frustration. He's been missing big and he's thought, why not? And he's got rid of 309 and 6 darts. And he's won within a place in the quarterfinals again.
This is what makes darts the best sport on the planet. How can things like that happen? That is just nonsense. Dirty darts.
I'd literally dismissed it going for the ball. I didn't even entertain that he'd go for the ball, and then he starts off with 32. You don't need 10+ averages for drama. This has been, well, a drama throughout. We've had errors, we've had big shots.
93.
And it still goes on. Must win by 2 clear. Unless we go to 13 apiece, the last leg would be the decider, and Dirk would have the darts.
It's a match that's consisted of 35 missed darts at a double. Oh, he's in again.
25, requirement 156.
There's no such thing as just a bit of a breather now. Because even though he's hit the 140 to leave 16, it's a chore to hit any double. He's looking for 81 to leave 170, and he can't take out 170. Oh, look at that.
Requires 16.
Humphries pinned to double 8, which he has. It's kind of irrelevant. So, as we are 11 apiece, who's going to blink first here? Drama till the end in our final second round match.
Well, the longest this can go is 13-13. Player must win by 2 clear legs, like it says there on the graphic. And the 27th would be the final and deciding leg. Come on, guys, you can do that for us.
Humphries has to break. Dirk knows he's got the insurance policy if it goes there to have the darts. It obviously won't be as clean-cut and as simple as that. But he's looking pretty comfortable in this leg, Dirk.
100.
140 or 180, whatever it is. The leg should be long to Dirk van Dijvenbode.
Dirk require 124.
Just doesn't want to do anything silly.
84.
That's quality.
Himself and that. Well, he made hard work of his first round match, Dirk. Won 12-10 against Kim Huybrechts. Survived some match darts there.
Yes.
He's had a match dart here. He's got 3 in hand for tops to lead again.
Will he use the marker? Didn't need to. Within a leg again.
To switch from Luke Humphries. Good start to the leg.
Why the rush? Because he's the Aubergenius.
Credit both players. 3 visits in this leg. They've all been 2 treble visits. Big trebles. Oh, how unlucky is that? Clustered in that corner. That gives Luke a bit of breathing space.
Yeah, it's like the flight diverted them both. Majestic, absolutely majestic. In the leg, you must win to keep yourself in the World Match Play. Luke Humphries is on 47 after 9.
Require 47.
Plenty of time. All 16. Clinical from Humphries. 12 dart leg. When you know any errors, you're out of the event. Brilliant from Humphries. 12 apiece. We can only play 3 more legs now.
Don't know about you, Mark, but I've thoroughly enjoyed this.
It's livened up at the business end, doesn't it?
Oh, wow. This has took a turn. 58 from Divenboder with the darts has been absolutely obliterated by an 180 from Luke Humphries. If he can just keep his composure for another minute and a half, he can wrap this leg up and then throw for the match.
They seem rushed from Humphries. He's got to be patient here. Oh, Dirk he's wobbling, he's wilting, chuntering away to himself. And poor visit.
Luke's got to be high on the first dart here, cannot be low. With that, he can flow. It's absolutely fine.
Dirk, even with a max, can't leave a finish. It's all going wrong for Dirk. Brilliant last one, credit to him. Hits nothing in this leg, then gets a bounce, but finds a couple of trebles just to keep him interested.
99.
Nothing less than a 140, really. May get another max. May get another max. That's his 9th.
What a leg to win this would be for Dirk. May only want that. He may not get the 1 dart. Brilliant recovery from Humphries. And he pins the double 18. He needed a breaker throw. He's got the breaker throw. He's survived a match start. He will now get his chance to throw for a place in the quarterfinals.
That was so good. So good. And that will hurt Dirk. Because the one that he hit off of that 88 was awkward. Didn't look good at all. But he recomposed to hit the 51, then the 36.
He's rescued some shots, hasn't he? The 114 ball on the 65.
Yes, Mark.
Composure from Luke, and he did it again there. It's in his hands now.
This is the thing. When you are an out-and-out first dart merchant, like these two are, when the first dart doesn't go in, you struggle.
86.
That's why we've seen a few poor visits.
Dirk, though, knows if he can get the break back, he's got the darts in the decider. It's a decent lead now for Luke Humphries. He's almost there.
Yeah. Just got to keep nice and straight. If he can get above or in, perfect. Dirk van Duijvenbode, he's already taken out a 170. He's going to need to hit a 140 just to leave that, or a 180 to leave 130.
If Humphries can complete the turnaround here, he may need to sort of be a little less hard on himself in the next round. But he's dug in and he's got a match dart. And it's come and gone. He'll be back though. And for Dirk, it's just about applying pressure and hope for errors.
He'll be so disappointed. Dirk van Duijvenbode missed 1 dart at double 16 to win this match. And now he's out. Luke Humphries, the 6th seed, is through to the quarter-final where he will play Damon Heta. Dirk van Duijvenbode will be absolutely gutted. He was in control of the game, but he couldn't quite finish it off. That man kept his cool in the end. Korhan Luke is through to the